talking to Daniel, too, before the match, Laura. It's interesting. He's had a tough road to get here. Portillo has been a little bit more relaxed. He came in as the number 3 seed. Daniel's played some great players right out of the gate once the medal round started, and he's had some really high-quality level juniors all the way through.
Yeah, he took out Gerardo Franco last night in that match, another player from Mexico. He was the number 1 seed. I know those two have faced each other a lot, before in juniors and also on the Pro Tour, so that's a big win for Rojas. Here
Absolutely.
we go. Portillo serving. Skip for Rojas. First point goes to Eduardo Portillo.
Yeah, keep an eye on those unforced errors. Matches like this, when you get 2 of the best players, in the world, or 2 of the best players in their age division, unforced errors sometimes tell the story.
Daniel Mauro Rojas from Stockton, California. I'm willing to bet Stockton is at home watching, so shout out to the 209.
209 developed some amazing players. Look good to me. He's going to appeal it. Disagree. So they will replay that.
All right, not too much protest from Rojas. I think we can expect to see him being a good sport too.
That's what I'm talking about right there, Laura. Daniel, I spoke to him before the match, and that's what he's looking to execute. Serve, return, kill. And we call it a 3-shot rally, and he has the ability to do that with a big first serve that he has.
1 serving 1. Just a little short, will be a side out.
Going through that feel out process.
Yeah, we see a lot of players just kind of getting to know each other in these first couple of points, opening up game 1. Two bounces, so a side out.
Stands are packed, looks great.
They are. You can see Team Korea is here. They're filling up the stands. Team USA and, of course, Team Mexico supporting. But we've also had Ireland out participating in this event this week. And being here in downtown Minneapolis, I know myself, I've run into a couple people who have never played racquetball before, but they've become fans of the sport. They've started to watch it all week. And so it's always nice to invite new people to racquetball.
Smart shot right there by Daniel. Portillo was pinned deep in the back of the court, and he took a nice pinch to the left corner.
2 serving 1.
Short serve, second serve.
Oh, what a soft touch from Rojas. Does a nice job getting up there, too, and it just stays totally in control.
Good hands by Daniel. He's been working real hard for this.
3 serving 1.
It's nice to see him add the hands into the game, too. Short serve. And look at the honesty right there by Daniel. He's really such a good kid and fair play. I mean, he actually called that serve short on himself.
Right.
Gonna hit this hard. Oh no, he has to flick it to the ceiling.
Nice, clean down the line. That's what I like to see. Portillo gets a side out.
And Portillo, he's in the finals today. Obviously, he's one of the best juniors in the world. And, we talked about it earlier. He definitely is one of the better players that is able to, he has that patience, recognition, and execution. Watch how patient he is during the rally. He doesn't go for too much too early as he skips a ball off the back wall. He actually just missed it, though. It wasn't.
But he's also so cool and so chill out there. And I feel like that's what we see from Team Mexico. And I would love to talk to them about how they mentally train and how they get these players at a young age.
I tell you, Laura, it's I've competed against all these great Mexican players of all time, and it really is kind of their culture on the racquetball court, which I believe really did start with Alvaro Beltran, probably the most decorated and greatest player out of Mexico, and he has that same exact nonchalant, way about him on court, but gets the job done and is a wicked competitor. And then it was followed by, we got a string breakage, so Daniel gets to change his string. He's not charged a timeout. Then he was followed by Daniel De La Rosa out of Mexico. And they all have that really kind of, it looks what is like a laid-back, very relaxed approach.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing competitive spirit. And what happens is they kind of follow suit. So these juniors see that, they see it's successful, and they just kind of grow up into that culture. And that's kind of just their game style mentally and physically.
Feels like leading by example.
100%.
And I love that. Yeah, the adults really set the tone. And it's translated all the way down through the team. Rojas changing out that racket. He had a broken string, and he's leading in game 1, 4-1.
It's a good start for Daniel right here. To state the obvious. Yeah, see, these guys are now at that level and getting to that level where Daniel had that easy setup off the back wall. He needs to execute that shot and win that point right there. As he moves up and starts playing these other players from around the world, he's going to see that he's not going to get a second and third chance. That was a bullet.
Always nice to see them smile out there too, but I think they're going to replay that one again. So smooth.
Just nice and smooth, nice and relaxed, typical high-level Mexican racquetball right there. Almost frustrates you.
Yeah, we saw that in his match last night in the semifinals. He was just in so much control. Jams him up in the back and gets a point.
Great Z serve right there. Z serve hits the front wall, sidewall, and comes to the other side of the court in the reverse corner. He's executed that well. Looks like he's going to hit it again. That's the shot that Daniel has to make right there. So he hits a bad shot. He had an easy setup. He misses the shot, and now they're going to replay that point where it should have been a side out. Daniel serving at 4-2.
Short serve. Second serve for Portillo.
It's a tough shot right there.
I would like to see the players getting their first serve in more. I have to give kudos to Gabby Martinez, who we just saw from Guatemala playing in the finals. She is so consistent with her serve. She was getting in that first serve, though, at least from the parts that I watched.
She did, yeah. We work on that a lot. It's the only time the ball is in our hands and we can do whatever we want with it. It's just kind of like a free throw in basketball.
Exactly.
It's why every team works on that at the end of practice. And these guys and these young guys need to work on that more. They really I just don't think they do work on it enough,
Yeah. I've started to see some of the pros warming that up in their warm-ups, and I think it's really important. 2-4, Portillo serving.
Portillo's going for double gold today, by the way. He has the doubles finals later on today.
Oh, that's right. That's exciting. We'll be streaming that later today. I think we're going to end with that one. It'll be Canada and Mexico in the 18 and under doubles final. Before that, we'll have the women's.
Maybe you'll let me back on air with you.
Maybe. Let me talk to my boss. 4 serving 3. Only 1 point scored for Portillo.
Yeah, when Daniel gets that first serve in, Laura, it just puts a lot of pressure on the receiver. 3-shot rally. Perfect execution right there.
That's
serve, return, kill.
all part of his game plan, and you start to see him emoting a little bit more. He wants to keep this energy going. Second serve. Oh. Stuck his racket out, but it wasn't enough. Didn't make that front. 3 serving 6.
Nice and relaxed re-kill in the right corner there by Portillo. Daniel was telling me earlier, I was talking to him about an hour before the match, and he said it hasn't even sunk in yet that he's in the finals. So I know
That could
he's,
be good, I guess,
yeah,
right?
yeah, he's really excited. We were comparing stories. I told him I used to not be able to sleep before finals sometimes.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait to play. Nice.
Nice kill from Rojas. Puts him back in a scoring position. 6 serving 4. Just like you said, Sudsy, he gets that first serve in, he gets the weak return, and then he can kill it. Puts him at 7-4.
Yeah, and then he's got to execute it. That was his game plan, and we talked about it. And what you want to see out of somebody with a big serve like this and has the power is you want to see a run. So if I'm coaching right now, Daniel, right there's another point, and again, he got the serve in. So anybody watching at home, that just get that serve in. It's better than hitting a short or a long. Mexico calls a timeout, and it's a great timeout because you want to weather the storms when you're playing players with a big first serve or hit the ball really hard. And if I'm coaching Daniel or if I'm playing right now as Daniel, I want to go on a little bit of a run. I want to build a little bit of a gap, and I want to put all the pressure onto Portillo.
We're looking back at one of the 3-shot rallies from Rojas.
Perfect execution. It's exactly
Nice.
what you want to do. And as the levels go up, and as you play, a higher level or the professionals or these guys more international competitions, they're going to have to do that. You're going to have to be able to execute and win points quick and fast.
And now, is this Daniel's last year playing as an adult? We think it's, I think he's 19 now.
Yes,
right?
this is it. This is his last one.
So, yeah, he wants to go out with some gold here. And Portillo, I think he might have one more year left as the juniors. We can get confirmation on that. But it's like you said, this is their last moment to kind of take this now and hopefully play in the Pan Ams and the Worlds.
Great serve. Ace serve right there by Daniel. He's rolling.
9-4.
He has to keep it up, maintain that pressure, and just bring an onslaught of what I like to say is controlled chaos.
Skip from Portillo. He looks a little surprised by that too.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that body language. You know they're a little lost when I call it the palms up. When the palms go up, it's the heads going round and round. Daniel's mixing up his serves well, and if he could get those serves in, I think you'd see even a faster spurt and a quicker run in points because, when he hits a short serve, he gives Portillo a little more time now to return it like he is here. Wow.
That's nice. Daniel Rojas is on right now. Puts him up 11-4 in game 1.
He's going for it. Short. Corta.
Second serve for Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel's, and again, Daniel's had to play high-level competition from the, first player right out of the gate, Juan Cuevra out of Ecuador. And that was a tough one. He actually went breaker.
I thought that was 2 bounces, but it's not.
I think he got it, but what Daniel's mistake was there is he hit it and he admired the shot instead of hitting and engaging into the point. He didn't think he was going to get it back.
Or serving 11.
Portillo's trying to say it's skip, but his coaches tell him no, it was good. That was a little bit lazy right there by Portillo.
He looks a little bit rattled, a little bit different than we saw him last night in the semifinal. Just a little. I mean, it could have been because he thought that ball skipped.
Yeah, I think he'll pick it up a notch and get a little extra bounce in his step. These guys are great kids on and off the court, both of them.
I think that's the thing that I tend to forget when we start getting so intense in these matches. These are kids too.
Yeah. Patience.
Oh, that ball's short. Nice execution from Portillo. Gonna put him up to 5.
5-11.
Oh, nice. That wrist flick. Very nice touch from Rojas.
Nice shot. Takes a lot of forearm strength to be able to execute that from deep in the court. And I know Daniel's in the gym a lot. All you got to do is follow his social media.
He works at the gym, so yeah, you see him working, training. He's
working
there all
hard.
the time. He takes the timeout as he's about to serve. It's 11-5. And we are here at Lifetime Fitness in Minneapolis, who has been an amazing host. This is the first time that the Junior World Championship has been in the United States since 2012. And it's the first time that the Junior World has been in Minneapolis.
It's a beautiful facility. It's located downtown right at the Target Center. The kids from all over the world have been loving the snow. It snowed again yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And I could hear them playing out there in the courtyard, 11 o'clock. Well, I shouldn't say what time because I don't know what countries' curfews are. But they were just having a blast in the snow. And like I said to some of us who have been in snow, it's pretty cute because, there's a dusting or an inch and they treat it like a blizzard. You know, they don't see that. So it's been a lot of fun. And Lifetime Fitness has been a tremendous support. And John Walensky, the national manager for Racquetball for Lifetime, is a big promoter, big supporter of Racquetball. You can actually see him right there in the front row talking to my wife. And he loves it. He's been loving it. I'll let you explain who that is, Laura. You can see him from here. He's front and center.
Beautiful young woman in the white shirt.
Right next to the U.S. coaches.
All right, Daniel Rojas calling that timeout. He'll be serving. It's 11-5. Screen serve called by our referee.
Screen and short. And again, Daniel put his hand up saying, hey, that was screen or that was short. Like, to put that in perspective, imagine a baseball player turning back to the umpire and saying, hey, you missed that. That was actually a strike. You called it a ball.
Right.
Another point.
12-5.
And Daniel did read the athlete's oath of fair play at the opening ceremony. So
that's right. He's one of the captains of the USA team along with Holly Scott. They read the oath for all the players.
Excellent execution right now by Daniel. Ooh.
Oh, they're going to replay it, saying it's a court hinder. That's tricky. It's tough. There's that two pieces of glass there against the wall. Kind of can cause a couple hinders as we've seen.
Yeah, it just comes out just a little bit.
Yeah. Second serve for Daniel Rojas.
Got to execute. Oh, he missed it. Got to hit this one again. That was tough. Close to the glass.
I guess he gets a little lucky. He earns back that 13th point that he lost on that court hinder, the replay.
13-5, and guess who has the most unforced errors?
Portillo?
Yes, and that's kind of follows suit with, when you're playing racquetball, and it's easy to say, right? You don't want to skip. But replay called. Good call. I'm not a big fan of that. A lot of these players, and again, they're still learning, is they kind of hold up and they look for a call instead of taking the shot if it's available. You never want to, you're never looking to hurt anybody, but if you have the shot, I would advise take the shot, as long as you're not going to hit anybody, and put your hand up so the ref knows what you're looking for. Don't expect them to make the call for you.
It's just one of the most debatable subjects. I feel like we talk about it in every match just because there's so many different opinions on how you should play that out. And then everyone criticizes the ref, right?
Yeah, the ref's got the toughest job out there.
Point for Portillo.
And the way, you know, the contrasting styles here, I think it's very important for Daniel to close this match out, this game out. You don't want to get Portillo at, you know, at 9 or even 8 at this point.
Wow. It looked like he tried to hit that soft with the backhand, still chased it down to hit it on the forehand side.
Yeah, I think it's important for Daniel to stay aggressive right here. He got to 13 being aggressive. I think it's important that he stays, you know, at that high energy level and continues to go for it.
It's like everything maybe is just a little bit too high for Rojas, you know, like when he's hitting it back and giving maybe too many opportunities to Portillo.
Yeah, he's a big kid. He's got to get down a little bit lower and bend down, you know, bend those legs a little bit and execute and stay down and through the ball to keep it from flying off the back wall.
6-13. That's going to work out for Rojas. He gets the side out.
I thought he was jumping through the camera right there, Portillo. It was like 3D.
That was 3D.
I feel like I was getting attacked by Jaws.
Looked like a special effect.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I looked at the special effects editor.
I guess depending on what type of TV you're watching this on, too, that could have seemed even more larger than life. 13-6. Rojas has been stuck at 13 for a little while now.
He's got to execute this. That's big. Yeah, he's got to close this out.
Textbook right there. 3 rally.
I think he broke another string. That's his second.
That's his second one.
Usually, you know, when strings break, the funny thing is, and you learn this as you get older, not when you're younger, you just think you're superhuman and you hit so hard. It's actually usually a mishit. The strings don't usually break when, like you frame it or you cut it. So it's, as you start finding the sweet spot more, the strings don't break as often. And Daniel rips it just as hard as any junior there is.
He does.
Game point.
Yeah, 14-6.
14-6 para USA.
See if he can close it out. Short serve. There it is. He closes out game 1, 15-6 over Eduardo Portillo. Nice control we see there from Daniel Rojas in game 1. Let's see if he can carry that into game 2 or what Portillo is going to switch up.
He's playing great. Portillo's he needs less unforced errors. He's skipping a lot, so I'm sure his coaches will tell him, hey, let's play higher percentage, you know, raise your contact, raise your target on the front wall. You don't need to kill it and roll it out. And if I'm coaching Daniel, I'm saying, hey, stay aggressive. Let's stick with the game plan. 3-shot rally. Get that serve in and stay low and follow through when you're trying to execute and end that rally. And try to score fast points, really. If I'm Daniel, I'm trying to just score 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't play a game to 15. These guys are young, but, you know, they have some good coaches out here. And I would tell them you're playing games to 3, games to 3, games to 3.
Oh, I heard that before. Yeah, this is my first time hearing that. Like this week, one other person told me that too. But I like that. Kind of breaks up the match and keeps it all a little bit more contained. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, game 2 of our finals.
Welcome back.
We're back, everybody, at the 2017 IRF Junior World Championship. Daniel Rojas will start off serving for game 2. Short serve.
See what adjustments Portillo makes here. Good start for Daniel. You can even serve, return, kill with a lob serve.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things. It's not all about the look of that drive serve.
Correct. Serve, return, kill.
Wow. And so he does it first. He shows us how to do it with a lob serve. Then he shows us how to do it with a drive.
It's playing well. It's playing well right now.
Next match coming up after this is the girls 18 and under doubles, USA and Mexico. And then we'll end the day with Canada and Mexico for the boys 18 and under doubles.
2-0 right here, Laura, for Team USA and Daniel Rojas. Called a point there, so I guess it...
Yeah, it sounded like he was calling it a point, but they haven't changed the score. I think he just read it wrong. 2-0, right? Daniel's saying it's a replay.
Oh, I think the players are telling the ref that it hit the box to replay it.
Okay. So maybe he didn't see that.
Great sportsmanship right there.
I love that.
Crowds clapping, applauding these two young men.
Holding up that IRF code of contact. Code of conduct. Contact,
conduct. Same old. Wow,
oh,
nice.
Nice.
Nice flick of the wrist right there. Little flickety in the left corner.
And a little off speed too. We saw that working today for Sebastian Fernandez, teammate to Portillo on Team Mexico.
I don't know how those guys wear hats in the court. It obstructs my vision when I have a hat.
Yeah, you're
on.
right. I'm so used to seeing Fernandez wear one, I didn't notice it was unusual.
If I did, I think I'd wear it backwards because I just, nice.
Rojas signaling to the ref to watch for that encroachment, it looked like.
I think he was giving himself the head point, like good smart shot. See if he can get a serve in here. He did. Execute. And three-shot rally, Laura.
Man. He is just very consistent with that right now.
He's playing like a professional.
Yeah.
He told me beforehand that was his game plan, and he's executing it perfectly.
We have seen Rojas on the professional tour.
It's an ace.
Oh, nice serve. Got Portillo scrambling.
He's got to keep it going. Just apply the pressure here. Just put the pedal down. So important now to keep getting this serve in right here.
Yeah.
Excellent shot right there.
He's just hitting with a lot of power too. Power and control.
Yeah, he's hitting. He's playing awesome right now. He clearly looks like he's the best junior on the planet, and at 5-0 here in the second after winning game 1 15-6, he's well on his way to be known as that. So much confidence right now by Dan. He's just dancing around the court, and I think that the ball to him right now looks like the size of a beach ball, and everything is in slow motion, so Portillo has to call a timeout, which was highly necessary right there.
Yeah, definitely a good timeout for Portillo. Daniel Rojas leading 6-0. We can take a look back at one of the last points there. Maybe we can. There we go. Rojas.
Excellent follow through, excellent prep. Hit that ball down the line. Portillo just really kind of looks a little bit lost right now, and it's because of how great Daniel is playing. And Portillo's a great player too, and it's far from over. You know, we talk about what another great thing about racquetball is there is no time clock. There's no ref saying, hey, you guys got 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It's 1 point at a time. Execute. 1 point can change everything.
There is a 1 minute time limit on that timeout. And 10 seconds before you can serve.
Hey now,
but,
who's counting?
I mean, who's being so technical here?
Who's
right?
counting?
No, but you're right. That's one thing that you brought to my attention so far this week. There is no pressure of that time clock in terms of, this match has to be done in a certain amount of time. Oh, short serve.
Again, I think Daniel put his hand up saying, hey, they're short.
He did, but we do applaud him for that honesty.
Ooh. There would have been an eruption of Team USA chance if he hit that one.
0-6. Portillo, this might be his first time in the service box for game 2.
Daniel's feeling it. He's just feeling it.
Yeah, he is on fire right now.
And it's funny because when you're feeling it as the player, guess who else feels it just as much? Your opponent.
Right. Pick up.
Oh, that's not going to work. I think that was good. I think it was a good shot. He's appealing it. I just think it... Oh, what happened there? Did Daniel overturn that again? Oh, okay.
It looks like, yeah, his U.S. teammates told him that it looked good, so he didn't argue it.
So there's an interesting thing right there. You know, it's 6-0, and the ref called it good. Some of the U.S. coaches told Daniel it skipped, but Daniel thought it was good. So because the coaches said they thought it skipped, Daniel just gave it to him. But here we are sitting in our box, and we all thought it was good too. So what's, you know, it's kind of tough. And sometimes I do tell my players, guys, you know, if it's obvious, yeah, you know, play fair. But the ref is there to make those calls.
Right. 1 serving 6, first point for Portillo.
I mean, like I said, 1 point can change everything. And no offense to the U.S. coach, what if they're wrong? Now all of a sudden it's 2-6, right?
2-6 now.
So we went from it could have been 7-0 to now it's 2-6. Portillo has a little bit of a run. So it's a tough thing to teach. You just don't know what to do in that situation.
Right. And how often are you in that situation? I mean, you do have to be prepared for it, I agree. But, yeah, that's hard to call.
And I think that's why from the beginning sometimes it's best to say, hey, you know, the ref is there for that reason, and we'll let the ref make the call unless it's blatantly obvious. But there's a case where, who knows? Look at this now. So that's 3 points off of that overturned call by really the coaches. And we know how honest Daniel is. Daniel thought it was good.
Yeah, he should have maybe stuck with his gut on that one. Because the momentum has just changed now. It's 3-6.
I whole nother conversation, but I don't necessarily agree with that approach. We'll save that for another time.
Oh, man. And Portillo's body language has just changed. He's much more pumped up now as he closes that gap 4-6. Could be an expensive mistake for Rojas. Let's see.
Can't even blame Daniel for that.
No. Still Team USA then? All right. His opportunity now to change the tone a little bit for himself. 6 serving 4 in game 2.
With a total momentum shift now. Timeout by Daniel.
Yeah, I think it could be a good timeout for him too. Although he did just get back into the service back, maybe he can take things off for himself.
Maybe he's going to come out and say, guys, I'm not going to look out at you
Yeah.
anymore for what
Not
you think
looking
it
back.
did. I would love to find that replay, but it was so long ago and I'm not technically sound on the machinery here.
Yeah, oh really? I would blame the operator personally, but you can see off to the side there the Team USA coaches. I recognize David Bobby Horn. He looked like to be doing a lot of the talking right now. And I know he knows Rojas pretty well. Horn is also originally from Stockton, California. So those guys have trained together.
Absolutely. And yeah, what great schooling you can get from a player that's doing it right now and coaching. Hats off to Bobby for being here. I mean, he's actively trying to be, you know, one of the best players in the world and taking time to come out here and coach. It's not easy. And quite frankly, when I was playing and trying to be number 1 in the world, I don't think I could do it because now I coach and it's really difficult. But
it is.
Way to go, Bobby.
He's actually the newest number 1 on the WRT. That was new announced.
Congrats, yeah. He's
6
short serve.
4. Rojas will serve again. Second serve, rather.
Let's not forget, when that call was overturned, it was 6-0 Daniel, would have been 7. Just saying. I'll leave it alone at some point, I
I
promise.
was going to say, still reliving that. Well, just like I'm sure Rojas wants to do, we've got to move on from that and focus on the fact that it's 4 serving 6.
Thank you, Laura. Stay on task. Piso. Portillo with the fist pump. He's looking excited. All the momentum and energy is in his favor right now.
Just amazing how quick that can shift, too. I'm not surprised by it. I mean, we see it in every racquetball match, right? But it still is just so interesting. Another skip from Rojas. Ties it up 6-6. Wow. Yeah, you know, I thought that serve was short.
Looked short.
From this
Yep,
angle.
and they did see it
Wow,
short,
and
and
he
they
feels
overturned.
it. That's tricky that you can do that a little bit. 'Cause now it's another opportunity for Portillo.
And they're missing that right there. Stay aggressive, but smart. Wow, what a turnaround. Another point here for Portillo, goes up 7-6 in game 2 after losing the first 15-6. He's trying to force a tiebreaker.
Trying to keep it exciting for our final and our viewers at home too.
U.S. trying to get Daniel back in form here. Crowd going crazy every time he wins a rally.
Nice group of spectators here at Lifetime Fitness.
Packed.
Team Korea and Team Ireland, 2 of the teams that definitely traveled the farthest to be here for this event. There were 12 total countries playing at this Junior World Championship.
Can I give a local shout out to that establishment that found my wife's pocketbook today? Do that later. Point by Rojas.
7-7 ties it right up.
That was a big point. Daniel needed to get back on the board after Portillo's 7 unanswered points. Perfect shot.
Yeah, nice clean down the line from Portillo. Keeps it tied up 7-7.
Getting interesting, getting interesting. Crowd's piling in. They can't even find places to sit. They're sitting behind us looking at our screens.
People actually pulling up chairs and loading them behind the bleachers so they can stand on them and see above the tallest row. Oh, and a big skip from Rojas.
Good serve right there. Daniel.
He might have broken another string. That'll be his 3rd racket.
I think he broke his racket, so now he's going to his 4th racket.
Oh my goodness. You got to be so prepared, especially at an event like this.
Absolutely. I used to go with like 7-8 rackets to every event. Thank you to my sponsors for that.
8 serving 7. We can hear Team USA cheering on Daniel. 7 serving 8 in game 2.
Daniel needs to get his first serve in, and it has to be good. It's not going to be good enough just to get it in anymore. So what I mean by that, it can't just be good over the line. It actually has to be an effective serve and not a setup for Portillo.
It'll be a second serve now. Good get from Daniel. Another good get. 3 in a row. 4. Oh, so soft from Portillo.
Let's watch the replay on that. Excellent shot selection and execution by Portillo. Stayed in control the whole way, and great hustle by Daniel.
He had
Get up.
4 dives in a row.
Get set. He's back engaged in the point. Get that. That's going to be tough.
Just sticks that racket out. Beautiful.
Very nice by Portillo. Nice and
It's
relaxed. He didn't rush it.
8 serving 7.
8-7. Whoa.
Oh,
That's a side out. Ball hit Portillo after a nice little dive, also known as a cambio.
or a side out.
Or a side out.
It is 7-8.
We just had a little request for a little more Spanish on the broadcast, which is fine with us.
The president of the Mexican Federation came over.
Punto, Rojas, 8-8.
Hope we're making him proud.
Sí, el presidente de México venga aquí y dice, por favor, más español de ustedes. Pero yo digo, está bien, un poco. Sorry, Laura.
Tú americanos hablan en español.
8-8.
Soy
8-8.
americano. Me llamo Laura. Quiero
pretty good.
comida.
Pretty good, not bad.
Those are my phrases. 8-8.
Second serve.
Rojas has it tied up. Oh, big skip from Portillo.
Laura, watch this. Keep an eye. 9-8 now. Watch and count the unforced errors from here on out. Could change everything, and that was a big one. Got to execute. 3-shot rally.
He is back to that 3-shot rally. He has Portillo kind of hitting that ball too high and giving him the nice setup. Puts him at 10.
Also watch, they each have one timeout. That could come into play here. Oh, it's a good shot. Buen tiro.
Yeah, nice serve and a better return.
Buen tiro, Portillo. Buen tiro means good shot.
Eight serving 10. Wow.
Look at Daniel. He just looks like very physical right now. Did you notice, like, when he took that shot, his body kind of spread out like a cobra, like taking up a lot more court space. And Portillo, as he was coming in, he kind of like, you could see he was a little bit uncomfortable. Good serve. He's got to execute. 3-shot rally. And he missed it. Great shot.
Portillo keeps it up. And he puts it away.
Punto USA. And a timeout there by Portillo. That's his second and last one of the game, so he's not going to be able to leave this court again if he wants to unless Daniel calls a timeout.
Yeah, that's tricky. I mean, it could be a good time. We'll have to see when he comes back, but right now it's 11-8, Rojas leading. Very interesting, 18 and under. These guys playing for gold, and they're playing for medals for their country too. Mexico is in every final that we're broadcasting today. Coming up after this, we have the 18 and under girls doubles match, and that features USA and Mexico. And then to round out our finals today, it'll be Canada and Mexico for the boys 18 and under doubles.
Be interesting. I want to see here what Daniel does, you know, being in this situation many times. He's feeling it. He's starting to taste it. You know, you coach and you train and you try to play in the now and just 1 point at a time. But a lot of that comes with a lot of experience of being in this situation, right, and winning and losing and failing and succeeding. So let's see how Daniel, you know, handles this, because he's starting to smell it a little bit.
Second serve.
Things start getting a little bit tighter. You start seeing the ball a little bit smaller. It's getting a little faster.
Not a beach ball anymore.
Yeah, no, certainly not.
Yeah, that timeout, good for Portillo. He looks like he calmed down a little bit, got a little bit of his confidence back, and he controlled that rally better.
Yeah, it's far from over.
8-11.
Punto para Portillo, 9-11.
Wow. 1 point at a time, right? That's how we play it.
One at a time. It's not a game to 15. It's a lot of little games inside to 15. Just have to learn how to train for that, learn how to practice that. You have to be in it too. If you're not in it and don't experience it, it's very difficult for anyone to understand physically and mentally what's happening.
Oh, Portillo.
Otro punto, 10-11. But let's
So
not forget,
close.
Portillo doesn't have any more timeouts left. Daniel does.
Yeah.
And he's definitely going to need that, I think, at some point to go out there and talk to his coaches and, just kind of get him through this. You almost have to hold the athlete's hand. And he's lucky because his coaches have that experience of playing in these big matches also.
Second serve. Oh, man. Tensions are high out here. Portillo ties it up, 11-11.
Yeah, I would suspect a timeout coming here. And then also, this will probably be the toughest close for Rojas in the history of his very, very young career.
11 serving 12 in game 2.
It's a good timeout right there. And that's Daniel's last timeout also. So these guys are on their own from here on out. And that's where they're going to grow the most and where they're really going to learn is, again, I can't preach enough that there's only really one way to learn how to overcome these things, and it's being in the situation. And, now that I coach so much, I love it. And my athletes understand that, hey, I've been there, and let me explain to you what you're feeling. I'm going to tell you what your opponent's feeling, and they get it. And it sometimes relaxes them. And I believe that Bobby Horn over there and Charlie Pratt and even Jody out there, they're going to be able to kind of communicate that to Daniel and hopefully for his sake calm him down and see what happens. Whereas on Portillo's side, he's just saying, hey, let's get going. He's not even coming off the court.
Yeah, he stayed out there. I mean, he's in a good zone too. I think maybe, that last timeout that Portillo had kind of changed things. And that's what's set off this lead now that he has. 12 serving 11.
One of the things though too, sometimes when you watch the coaching, when you have 3 or 4 people in your ear, it could be confusing. And a couple players I help, they have their country's coaches. We actually talk about that, and usually I'll just defer and say, hey, in this match, you got one coach, you got one mouth, listen to one. Because you could be jumping around, gets a little confusing, you get mixed messages, you're hearing things different, but anyway. Cambio, buen tiro, paralela de Rojas.
Good timeout for Rojas. Will now be stepping up to serve. 11-12.
11-12. Daniel hasn't scored in a while. Kind of expected for it to be difficult for Daniel to close this out. He had a nice little lead. And, you got to be in this situation, though, to learn how to do that. Doesn't just come the first time. That's an avoidable. Yes, that's a good call.
Point scored for Rojas, puts it 12-12.
This is where that power helps too. At 12-12, you know, you got a game to 3 here. Daniel can really go for one. Segundo. Usually it comes down to this, Laura. The game turns into a little game to 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah, now it's a game to 3. Oh, and a skip from Daniel.
And no matter what happens, Laura, both these young men will become better players because of this match. The experience is absolutely priceless. That's a great shot by Daniel. And a great get by Portillo.
Ooh.
Two bounces called by the ref. Daniel's going to appeal it. Looks like it was reversed, so we're going to play that again.
Wow, with the replay. Doce.
Hit it. Yep.
Side out.
12-12, Laura. I'm bringing out the big guns right here.
I would like to see a little bit more down the line from Rojas. Maybe he doesn't know that's my favorite shot. But
Well, it's the best shot.
I
Definitely
think it
sets
is the
up the
best
entire point.
12-12.
Went for the jam there, which hits front wall, side wall. You want that ball to come directly at your opponent's body, but it was a long serve, so a second serve. Not a bad idea by Daniel. I might tell him to go for the crack, hit it a little bit lower. Got to hit it.
Portillo picks it up. Oh man, Portillo feeling it right now.
Side out. See, Daniel's taking that shot. He has the opportunity, but what he's doing is, as he's hitting the shot, he's standing straight up and kind of admiring it. I'd like to see him hit it and stay engaged and down in the point. He's a big guy, and the ball's down. It's low down there. He's got to stay down there with that ball and finish down and through.
12-12, Portillo serving.
Corta. Corta is short and cut and different things.
Oh, wow.
Hey, remember
Oh,
this,
man.
no timeouts left for either one of them.
Yeah, that's right.
And it definitely favors one player because one of them doesn't mind or would like to get out there and just take a breather and kind of reset and start over.
12-12. I mean, tensions are high, packed house. People are crawling over the bleachers for a seat here.
Called a short serve.
The ref did?
Ref called it short.
Yep.
Daniel obviously calls every single thing on himself, so it must have.
Super honest.
Well, I don't know.
So he'll
He didn't
get
say
a
anything.
Second, third.
Good deep breath by Daniel right there. Big fan of that.
Reaches
Ooh,
it.
that step looked a little bit slow.
Oh.
Might be feeling it a little bit in the legs right there because that first step to that ball was.
He's looking for a court hinder. All right, it's still 12-12.
This is where the veteranship comes in, and you start asking for towels you may not need, or looking at your eye guards. You got to get a little more time. Actually, though, you want to look for body like efficiency and energy conservation. I say like the less movement, the better right now for each player because you need all that energy. You need your legs. Short serve.
Second serve for Portillo. touch, control, and execution from Portillo puts him up 13-12 in game 2.
Mexico really looking for a tiebreaker here. Ellos quiere 3-0.
Oh,
Whoa.
big skip. Not expecting that. 14-12 for Portillo. Let's see if he can close this out and send it to a tiebreaker.
Oh, he tried to sneak one down the right.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to Z-serve it the way he was lined up.
Here comes the Z for you, Laura.
Oh, wow. Portillo with his own big skip.
I mean, if I'm Daniel and I'm coaching him right now, I'm saying, Daniel, you got to go for a crack. You got to get an easy one here and just blast it. He hits the ball much harder than Portillo. Just go for it. Make it good or make it short, and that's it.
12-14.
12-14. Gonna hit a lob or a Z. Oh, he tried to be sneaky.
Look at that. 1 for 1, these guys. Good serve from Rojas.
Oh, boy. You know what I say that is? Uptown, downtown.
Oh, my gosh. That's from like 39.9 feet in the back there.
That was a nice backhand.
13.
I would still love to
14.
see him line one up for a crack here. Portillo saying, not I. Going for it again. 13-14. Oh, what a great shot. Buen tiro de Portillo.
He crushes one of his own. 14-13, second game point now for Eduardo Portillo.
These young men are preparing themselves for the next level at every stage. They'll be great representatives for their country in any event and professionally.
Second serve.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Hit him. Going to replay it. Daniel missed a couple opportunities right there.
He's appealing.
They're going to replay it. One linesman agreed, one disagreed. You need both linesmen to disagree with the ref for the call to be overturned.
A little bit discussion from Daniel to the ref. He is very well composed out there, though, no matter what. So they'll replay it. 14-13.
Game point again for Portillo.
Oh my goodness. Look at Team USA on their feet.
Imagine Daniel's dad right now in the crowd there, in between the guy with the red and the blue and the hat. He's trying to stay composed.
Oh, look, Portillo.
Portillo takes a
How is he
timeout.
able to take a timeout?
No.
We thought he
Oh,
already
no, he's
used
changing
to.
a racket.
Okay.
Must have had a racket breakage or string breakage.
All right.
I say, I'm pretty sure you solo tiene dos tiempos.
Because, yeah, if you call a timeout when you don't have any left, then that's a technical,
That would be a
correct?
technical,
Yeah.
yes, correct.
That could change everything also.
So for those of you at home, if you're not sure, always ask the ref first.
Yeah.
Do I have any timeouts left?
That's good advice. It's part of the Sudsy Monchik experience.
It's quite the experience. Everybody's welcome.
Rojas will serve. Looks like the court mic, maybe they're having some trouble. They're having a little bit of trouble with that court mic. See if we can get the tournament team on it. Second serve.
It looks like they got it. Looks like they fixed that mic. We can see the green light go on from down here.
Oh
What
my gosh. That is just unprecedented.
Hey.
Oh, how do you feel with that though? 14-14.
That's tough. If I'm Daniel, might have to hit that again. Wow.
Match point now for Daniel Rojas. Short serve. Corta.
Corta. Very good, Laura. Match point, Team USA. Daniel Rojas looking to get his first and last Junior World Championship right here. Go for it. He did.
Oh.
He got it.
Oh, he wins it. Oh, unbelievable.
Wow.
15-6, 15-14. Daniel Rojas winning his last ever 18 or excuse
There's
me,
his dad
last
hugging
ever
him.
Juniors.
Look at
Yeah,
that. What a
dad
great
coming
moment.
out. Oh, just fantastic. He is now the current junior world champion in the 18 and under. Just fantastic.
Fantastic moment.
Congratulations to Team USA and congratulations to Eduardo Portillo. He will go home with a silver medal. He was a finalist at this event and he can feel proud of his performance as well.
Absolutely. Lalo Portillo is a tremendous individual. He has a tremendous future. He's a great player. Let's take a look at this last point real quick, Laura. We're going to cue it up.
It's not even the last point. It's
and Daniel 10.0
feeling.
on the die for Team USA.
Exactly.
Here it is.
All right, here's our last point. We're hoping.
He did the right thing. He was feeling it. You
Yep.
got to go for it.
Rojas crushes it. Oh, man. And look at that excitement from Rojas. That's just